tight. Snap that.
Yep.
There we go. All right, we gotta snap the front wall too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, Marcelo.
Yeah.
How much were those gator bags like you have at Case? How much were they at Case? Got it, Riley?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
All right, we are now to the day where we're going to pour the stem wall. So we got the footing down here and it's pretty much cured. And then these forms will create the stem wall, which is the exact width of my walls. And my walls are 2x6. So that's the width between these forms here. And this front section will be a separate pour, so you can see the stem wall stops right there, and then it'll be continuous all the way around to the other side there, and in between there and here, that'll be part of the slab pour. So that's going to be a big old giant pour later on. And there's a couple interesting details to share here. That stud right there, and this stud right here, a steel plate is going to go between those, and welded to that steel plate will be a 4x6 inch steel tube that'll be about 14 feet high or so, and that'll go up to the ceiling, and the hydraulic rams for the hangar door will tie into those steel tubes. So the bottom 2 feet of those 4x6 steel tubes are going to be poured into this big front pour slash slab pour later on. So that's obviously designed to be really, really strong. And the top will tie into the trusses. And this steel rod and this steel rod, these are attached to, or they were stuck into the footing here. They were poured into the footing, or inserted into the footing when it was still wet. And they're going to be encased in this stem wall concrete too. So these things are in a lot of concrete, and they'll stick up just a few inches above slab level, and the slab will be level with the top of the stem walls here. So it'll be one big flat surface, but the walls will sit on this separate piece, but it'll go right into the slab. So it'll look like one continuous flat area. Anyway, these things will come up through the through the mud sill here in this 3.5 foot wall. This is a short wall, and the minimum it could be is 3.5 feet because it's got to carry a big load. So there's a minimum size it had to be, otherwise it wouldn't have enough strength. And to make it extra beefy, we've got these steel rods, and there'll be big brackets on the top of that tie in to those walls. There'll be a 5.5 inch parallam column on this end and double 2x6s on this end. So that's this is probably the most interesting part of this whole job so far as the footing and the stem wall. It's a little bit of a complicated bit here between those two studs that the door jambs will tie into, and these two studs that will act as hold downs for this short 3.5 foot wall, or these two 3.5 foot walls on either side of the hangar door. So this is interesting, very beefy and very strong. And these brackets define the width of the wall. There's one on the bottom, one on the top. I'm sure they've got another set of these that are for 2x4 walls. These are for 2x6 walls. So this should be 5.5 inches. And the ones on the bottom there, those are going to be permanent part of the foundation because there's no way to get those out once the concrete goes in there. So, and what these guys are doing here is spraying the inside of these panels with diesel, and that'll prevent the concrete from sticking. Is that one working?
Nah, it's starting to clog too.
Oh.
Probably got clogged.
Yeah. It's getting clogged again.
Is that just because it's cold and the diesel's too thick?
Nah, because I had sealer in it.
Oh.
So we put the seal on the other one?
No.
Don't screw the trigger though. I'm not. Yeah.
Did you say squeeze the trigger now?
Don't squeeze it.
I heard, yeah.
Javier's like, hey, you give me that thing, man. I don't trust you.
I've had somebody actually do that. That's why I said it.
Oh.
Caesar did that shit to me.
Oh!
Oh, you're shooting them yourself? Oh, okay.
All two or no?
Oh, we might. Probably gonna need those.
That's it, 17 and then restart?
Work it on that cleat and pull again.
I don't know if it'll get to your feet.
Let's go, come on.
Hey, that truck driver was new, huh?
Yeah.
Fucking guys suck.
Dude, look what he did. Pulling fill on that. He dumped out the rest of his concrete right there.
All right, so these orange things, they're just called blankets. It's just the generic term they use by concrete guys. And when the temperatures are going to be low at night, especially below freezing, they put these on to help prevent the concrete from cracking, because there's water in the concrete that can freeze, that expands, and it can crack the concrete. Concrete, when it cures, it has an exothermic reaction called heat of hydration. When the water and the cement react, they give off heat. These look just like tarps, but really they've got two layers. So it's kind of a tarp on each side, sewn together around the edges. And in the middle is like a bubble wrap or something that provides a layer of air. So they do provide insulation beyond what just a tarp would. And it'll help you end up with a better end product and help prevent any more cracks, or help prevent as many cracks as possible. So these concrete guys, they really are paying a lot of attention to detail, and I'm real happy with the work they've done. So just putting these blankets on after a pour is just one more way that they're really doing a good job. So that's what these are, blankets. These will get removed when the dirt guy, so the footing's done and the stem wall's done. when the dirt guy comes back, which is the next step now, he'll remove these and backfill on either side of the wall here, and then I think he'll compact that dirt and then bring in gravel for this center part, which is where the slab will go. So the concrete work, I'd say, is probably half done, or at least when he priced it out, this was one chunk, the footing and the stem wall, and then the slab was the other chunk. So yeah, it's maybe more than half the work is done, but probably half the concrete's been poured, and the slab will take up quite a lot of concrete, or will require a lot of concrete. So that's what's left of the concrete. Backfill, compaction, gravel. That'll be by the excavator, the guy who dug the trenches. And then my concrete guy will come back, and I assume that he'll put in rebar and then pour the slab and hopefully give me a nice, smooth, level surface in there.